Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again for another exciting match of Articuno Unite League. We got 5RB, 5 Rillaboons versus Dark Lords Gaming. This is week 2 of Swiss Season 12. Let's get active. All right, we're going to start with the ban phase. We're going to have DLG with the first pick, which means they're going to get the first ban. And the first ban, first one on the chopping block is going to be Psyduck. Psyduck, a senior member of the ban list, along with Blastoise and Charizard Y, as you're about to see here very shortly. No strangers to being banned, and if they're ever not, then you can very well expect them to be picked. Joining them this time around is going to be an Umbreon, and it looks like we're going to have, I highly doubt Azumarill, but Mimikyu's also a very prime pick. Last band here, falling to 5 Rillaboons, 5RB. It's going to be Suicune, perhaps. Very popular choice, especially being buffed very recently. Controls a lot of the mid-range. Throws Whirlpool and then does Ice Beam, and then you're frozen, and then you're going back to the spawn room. That is the flow of things. First pick gonna go over to DLG's Kasuki. It's gonna be a Surfetched. I would like to let everyone know that Articuno is banned, at least for the couple more days. It just got released on Friday the 10th. So we gotta give people some time to get used to it, see if it gets nerfed or buffed, and how things will play out. Following the Surfetch ban, we're going to have Machampion with the Eggman himself. We're going to have a Blissey. Can't wait to see them in the top lane. Back on the right side, back on the orange team, we're going to have Alcremie, and we're going to have Vaporeon. Strong picks falling through. We're going to have kind of a couple way double support action. Vaporeon can serve as a defender and a support. Going back over here to 5 Rillaboons, 5RB, the purple team. A lot of people are just hovering over Articuno. They were having fun in ranked today, I could tell. But not Articuno. We're going to have Latios and Crustle. Latios, all about getting those Eon stacks as soon as possible, starting from level 5. Every time it hits an enemy mon, that's going to be 5 stacks. Sorry, 3 stacks. Every time it clears farm, it's going to be 2 Eon stacks each. Last 2 picks falling to DLG. They're going to hone in on Dragonite. Another popular pick. Hyper Beam build coming in hot with Dragon Dance. And we're going to have the early scaling Eevee in Espeon. Espeon is a good lane partner. Doesn't take much to get online. It gets online at level 4. I do all Eevees, and this team has 2 of them. Last pick's going to fall towards 5RB. RBK. It's going to go on Charizard X. Not a very popular pick these days. Can get it done, but it has to be very careful. One benefit with Charizard X, it does have the bound property when he ults. So barring opponents who are invincible or intangible, if he grabs you, he's going to grab you no matter what you're doing. All right, we're moving in towards final preparations here. About 20 seconds left. Both teams got their builds ready, got their items. Hopefully they got their movesets pre-selected. That is a new thing for this game. Don't want to have that kind of mistake falling through. And we pray for no crashes coming up into this loading screen. All right, no crashes, no crashes, no crashes, no crashes. Hopefully none of us crash, including myself. Everyone looks good to go in the servers. No one's reporting anything. No one's complaining. We're about to have a good time. Let's go crazy. All right. Heading towards the bottom lane, we're going to have Crustle and Latios. Latios needs to get those stacks we talked about ASAP. Jungler's going to be Char X. Decent jungle clear. Will be done right on time. At the top lane is going to be Machop and Chansey. They're going to be going up against Surfetched and an Alcremie. The jungler for Orange Team is going to be, Dratini, and at bottom lane, we're gonna have Umbreon and Espeon. Duo Akimbo EV action. We're gonna split the farm a little bit. Now we're gonna peep for this bottom one. Let's see who gets it. There is the Rock Slide, and there is the secure with Fury Cutter from Crustle. Good stuff. And towards the top over here, we have the jungler. The jungler is ready. Charmeleon should be coming up very soon. There it is. They might get a KO on Machop, but he's gonna have to flash to get away. But there goes that egg. You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet, you know what I mean? More farm going towards Orange Team, DLG. They're getting a lot of prime positioning, prime real estate for this 850 farm. Here comes Crustle right on time. Can we get a Rock Slide? We're gonna bounce, seal some people in. Here comes Espeon as the Eevee, but it's not enough. Down goes Crustle. And we got DLG taking control. Early lead, 60-0. Yeah, they're pretty much kicking out 5RB from top lane. All right. Gotta get some jungle here for this Dragonair. Dragonair will evolve at level 8, become a Dragonite, and get its ult at level 9. Wonderful pacing so far for 5RB. Sorry, DLG. There is the Rock's Tomb, trying to get the secure there. Rock Tomb fires a beam, and then rocks appear at the end of it. And it can uncast it for more damage. There is the Meteors. We gotta have a Latios, the Latino. Gonna be running King Draco Meteor. It starts with 2 Meteors, and every 25 stacks, 25 Eon stacks that is, it will get an additional Meteor, capping out at 6 total. Regidrago has been here for about 15 seconds, and we're gonna have Charizard Y moving in towards the Sirfetch'd, getting major damage. Who's gonna get the secure? I believe it's Latios with the Draco Meteor. No, it's gonna be Blissey. But down it goes. Hope it was worth it. Next on the chopping block is a Hyper Beam towards. Oh, Crustle, double KO for Dragonite. Almost level 9 here, moving towards the bottom. They're gonna, wait, hold on. That's Latios. You gotta get stacks no matter what. Even if you die for it, you gotta be in there, big dog. You can't quite leave it alone. It is 720. That means more bees are gonna show up. More farms gonna show up. There's the Hyper Beam. Down goes Alcremie from Charizard. We have a Dragonite, ult level 9, Charizard's 8.5, gonna have it soon. They're gonna rush this Dragonite, force him to use an awesome. There is the full heal, a bit of a whip, Hyper Beam. Fire Beast taking control of the real estate. Now here at bottom, it is Regieleki. Sirfetch'd will be fighting up top for the Regi Ice, actually. Back at the bottom. Dragonite's getting ready. Vaporeon's creating space. There's the Hyper Beam secure. That is massive damage. All right, time to play some defense. Charizard's not, Charizard actually is level 9. He might make his move pretty soon. He's gonna need his team to coordinate. I count 3 Meteors, so that has at least 25 Eon stacks. There is a Charizard ult right on Dragonite. Will he ult to get away? No, Charizard's doing a 4v1, and it's winning. Down goes Dragonite. And Alcremie, double KO. Can we get a triple before the ult runs out? We just might. Triple KO. All right, we're not going to get the 4-piece on the Vaporeon. Vaporeon is just too healthy. But hey, we'll take 3 kills. All right, what are we doing here for 5OB? There's the Suplex. Machamp is here. Suplex City. There's the Cross Chop, and there's the Blissey secure. Here comes Dragonite coming in. It remembers what happened before, but there Crustle's waiting patiently to get that Exorcism on the farm. All right. As the way things stands, 5RB has lost both pads, but you know what that means? They have access to even more farm. DLG's gonna have to constantly compete for it. And farm is the name of the game here. There is another Rock Tomb. Alcremie's kind of cut off from his team for a little bit. Dragonite is back, but I don't think he can win this fight. He's just trying to get a Hyper Beam for extra damage. All right. Back towards the chop. Machamp is here. Can we see a Machamp ult pretty soon? No, it's not quite right just yet. There's a Crustle Unite. Oh, you got a Machamp. You got to ult that Machamp. There it is. A bit of a misdemeanor, but it kind of worked out. Massive damage for Charizard. And, wait, hold on. Down, oh, more shields from Charizard. He's got the backup. He doesn't want to get hit with Hyper Beam. Crustle going with the X-Scissor and the Draco Meteor from Latios. All right, can we get a score on the bottom? No, Sir Fetch is going to cut down Charizard X down to size. Blissey on the retreat. Now, 5RB is going to have to be a little careful here. Machamp got a great ult and was ulting multiple targets, but Charizard scooped up one of them, relieving it of extra damage. They kind of got their wires crossed. They're going to have to be careful going into further this game. All right, Crosso cleaning up that farm right there for his team. Regieleki is walking down right over. Let's see how this team responds. There's the Draco Meteor. If I'm not mistaken, that is 6 meteors already. He's got all of his stacks. Wonderful pacing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, he has at least 100 Eon stacks in the mid game. Right on time. Right on schedule. What's the top here? Charizard next getting some entry damage. 2 people are up top. Surfetch secure with the Regirock. Machamp is in mortal danger. He's going to have to go down here. Charizard X making sure there's not a massive push towards the top, even though there very well could be. He's going to try to get his red buff before it gets plundered by Surfetched here with the Alcremie. Surfetch and Alcremie are going to roam towards center, regrouping with the team. They might make a play for, actually, they're going to make a play for Regidrago. It is available right here. Hyper Beam secure once again. Right, fix something. Sorry about that. We're back again, looking at the center. Charizard has eyes on Vaporeon, but Vaporeon has eyes on Charizard. Much needed information for the team. We are winding down close to 2 minutes. It's going to be Kyogre first, the very first objective for the set in game 1. 35 seconds remain, but there's going to be objective down here first, and it's going to be Regieleki. Once Regieleki spawns on a side, it stays on that side for the rest of the game. Yep. ELG is all over that. Checking out the chat here for a moment. I see with the Suplex City. Absolutely. We love that. We take those. Back at the center. More stacks for Latios. Surfetch might make a back cap for 100 points. Extend the lead 102 to 301. That puts 5RB, 5 Rillabooms in the hot seat. But they are well equipped to do so. They are currently outranging this team over here. Yep, that's some great entry damage. Expect more of that in the future. Here comes a Latios ult. There's the Charizard X ult going in. Surfetch is going straight towards the back. Chasey's Blizz is going to help out. It seemed way in the front. Who's going to help out Latios? Nobody. That's who. Charizard X is going to have to clean up. He's going to have to put the team on his back. And this is how it starts. Clean up. Everyone do your part. Suplex City. Seismic Slams, Flare Blitz, let's go. The last ones remaining are the all-arounders. All-around supremacy. And a quad for Charizard X. Time to get your point. Time to get your points, big dog. Time to score. Who's gonna score first? Chansey and then Charizard. Mathematical, but it's not enough. It is 244 to 301. They're gonna need more points. They're gonna need more scores. Just one more will do. Full send. Not everyone's down there. They can't waste time. That's good damage right there. Latios is going to be damaging them all night at this rate. There's the telekinesis. Here's some more. They're taking their time here, getting some scores in. Down goes Surfetched. Massive damage there. Another Latios ult. Kablam! Dragonite's going to the Shadow Realm. That's a 100-pointer. 100 burger. That should do it. More points trickling in. 10 seconds about remaining. 5RB is going to take game 1 of this set. 1 of 4. All right, good show here for 5RB. Let's take a look at these report cards, these numbers. All right, 512 to 301. Battle data says RBK Charizard X is the MVP. 149 points scored, 10 KOs, count them 1-0, and 9 assists, 89 overall MVP rating. Much well deserved. Looking at this battle data, 88,000 damage dealt. That's good stuff. Some would say he overperformed a bit. Not too far behind, we're going to have Latios, 72k. Very important work he was doing. A lot of great entry damage with those Draco Meteors. All 6 of them. That freed up his team. That freed up his all-arounders to go in there and do their thing. Good stuff. Let's see how DLG responds in game 2. All right. I'm going to take a moment to get the next game situated. Give us one moment, please. All right, we're about to head back in, waiting for the go-ahead for both teams, and I've just received it. Let's get started. All right, game 2. Let's see some adjustments here. I believe for DLG, the range disadvantage kind of bit them in the butt there against 5RB. Latios might not start off strong, but it will get its footing very soon, so they have to sort of deal with that. Sirfetch'd in the Kyogre fight was right on top of it, but it was a little too late. The damage was done. Checking out chat here for a moment. We got some fans of Rillabooms. Go, Booms, go from Toothless_20. But yeah, we got some supporters for DLG. We got Cinematic. Cindamaniac. Oh, Cinematic. Sorry, I mispronounced that, big dog. But yeah, y'all got this DLG small setback. That's what we like to see here. Such unity. And we can't forget Cirque123 with the best matches of all. Peak. What's up, big dog? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to this game. This is game 2 of 4. We're in for the long haul. Taking a look at these bands, we got a Machamp band and a Sirfetch'd band. And Psyduck has been picked up. First pick for DLG. A strong start. Over at 5RB, they're going to take Vaporeon away from them. And they're going to be comfy. No, I lied. It's going to be a Latios. Sticking with the Latios plan. It has not been pinned. It has not been picked up. They're going to stick with it. If it works, just let it work. Works, let it rock. Heading back over here, there's going to be a Miraidon. Interesting. And there's going to be a Slowbro. They're going to try to slow down a Hyper Carry. Charizard X was doing a wonderful job last game, running people down, running up in people's houses, and taking what he wants. Understand that the way you will. But back over at Rillabooms, we're going to have Alcremie and we're going to have Leafeon here. No massive Hyper Carry just yet. But I believe one will be coming at the end. But until then, we're going to have 2 more picks. The last 2 for DLG. There's going to be, I believe, a Meowth. He's going to hone on that speedster and another repeat performance from, no, not Dragonite. It is going to be, Venusaur. Much more range this time around. They've realized an issue with the composition last game, and they've picked appropriately. They're going to have Miraidon, and they're going to have Venusaur. Last pick is going to go to Slugger, aptly named, going an all-arounder, and it's going to be Serena. That is another good pick. Serena is a wonderful all-rounder, has plenty of shields, has plenty of dashes, and is a prime target for Slowbro. Gonna have to be careful there. 30 seconds remain for this final preparations. I would like to point out that both of these EVs are in fact stacking. DLG is gonna have to be careful about that. Yeah. Other than that, how you guys feeling, man? How you guys doing? We're here Sunday night for exciting games. We got this set and another one shortly after. It's going to be, I believe, let me check out my map here. It's going to be Dream Syndicate versus Dopamine after this set. Stay tuned for that. Gonna run a quick ad so this ad doesn't interrupt us later in the set. Just get it out the way. We're Twitch affiliate now, which means I am forced to run ads. Just trying to line up the timing. Please bear with me. All right, let's get it on. Vaporeon and Latino heading at the bottom. Leafeon this time around will be your jungler for 5RB. At the top is going to be Serena and it's Creamsicle. We got something interesting happening. We got Meowth with the invade. Psyduck at the top all by itself. Venusaur is the jungler, and at the bottom we're gonna have Slowpoke and Miraidon. Well, let's check out this invade real quick. Anything to slow this Leafeon down. Leafeon's actually already level 4. This is very dangerous. Meowth heading back up. Try to resalvage some experience. He has to get ready for 950. All right. Getting KO'd by Leafeon there, but Leafeon cannot capitalize with a score. It is getting Sludge Bomb and Razor Leaf. Can it get the kill? He's coming in. There is the boosted, and there is the Razor Leaf secure. Down goes Leafeon. Momentum has been shifted. Alcremie also has to back up. Up is Miraidon. Oh, they're making a play for top. Yep. The attackers are in full force. Nothing's going to be free. We're in an attacker meta, baby. Let it sing. Towards the center. Leafeon trying to get back on pace. This Ivysaur is nobody's fool. Uh-oh, Slowbro coming in with the backup. There's one good way to deal with defenders, and it is attackers. All right. We're having some backup from Meowth here, heading towards the bottom. 3 at bottom for DLG. They're going to play for it. First objective is going to come up is going to be Regidrago. Sonic holding it down up top by itself. God help it. Arceus help it. There is the passive from Miraidon. More entry damage on Venus. I'm sorry, Vaporeon. Venusaur and some of DLG is going to make a play for Regidrago over here. Regidrago always rotates to the bottom side first. There's the Solo B, but he might have wanted to save it for the secure. Almost. He got the Sludge Bomb secure. We'll take it. All right, 2 Meteors. Latios does not have much stacks, under 25. Most of, uh-oh, what's happening up here? Sorry, Venusaur is here. That's a massive Solar Beam. Keeping that Leafeon in check. Serena's gonna have to back up. There is the Meowth getting the Fury swipes in. And that's a 20 bomb, a 30 bomb, that's 50 points. Serena's stopping in anger. Venusaur is like, well, let me get my level 9. That's a massive Solar Beam right there. Serena's gonna take out this Meowth, trying to get some stacks in. Another Solar Beam right there. Getting healed up by the Alcremie, and there's a Vaporeon there. That's the side kick. Gotta back up with the Solar Beam from the L-Bush. And there's a 4v2 up here. Venusaur is content with getting some entry damage. He's gonna try to out-secure that Serena with a Solar Beam. He's gonna have to get ready. Serena's gonna be wary of that. Vaporeon's gonna try to create some separation here. No, they're actually gonna go in towards Venusaur, but there's a flash. He was ready. Here comes a massive ult and Solar Beam KO on Vaporeon. Let's go! Let's go! This Venusaur is on business, man. Standing on big business. This is how you rip with objective. Watch this. Feast your eyes. This is how you do damage. Well, Registeel's gonna have to leash back a bit, and we're gonna take a look at the score here. It is 36 to 161. Bottom pad for Farmer B has been broken, but that means more farmers available. They're not quite going for this objective just yet. They need more hands on deck to safely rip it. Backup has arrived. Meowth is level 9 and has it ult ready. Soon, yep, we got a Slowbro ult and ready, engaged. That's a telekinesis, holding it right there, calling it back. And now it's time to rip this objective in full force. We got plenty of backup. And Solar Beam. Yup. There's an ult on Leafeon. Someone get that man! Almost. Wait, no, Slowbro got it with the boosted basic. Another telekinesis. There comes an ult. Justice range from above. Solar Beam. You want range? I got you, bro. Solar Beam, Charge Beam, Draco Meteors, it all counts. Another Draco. 1, 2, 3, 4. That Latios has at least 50 stacks. All right. Well, what an exciting turn of events so far for DLG. They're coming into their own. They have the point lead. But they're going to have to be careful. They don't want Latios getting its stacks. That's his way back into this game. That's a Psychic on Alcremie. Surfing with the side. Side might go down here. Sayayay, hold it down. This fight's been going on for a long time up top. DLG doesn't really have a lot of farm to fight for right now. They just have to wait for the top farm to spawn, and that's really going to be their source. Bottom objective has spawned in. It should be the Regieleki at the bottom. I believe that is 5 meteors. The longer this fight draws out, the better it is for Latios. That goes to kill on Psyduck. That is an ult. Uh-oh, major damage here. Telekinesis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, that's all of his stats? No way. He got it. I think that's 5. That is scary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa, wait, no, that's all of it. No. That's OD. All right, Fiber B has waited long enough to have their range engaged in full force. Anti-stacks at this point is just extra damage, much needed extra damage. Now, Latios is a medium range attacker. It can't quite outrange Venusaur or Ceruledge, sorry, Miraidon. This fight's been going on for a minute up here. Let's check out our defender at the bottom. Oh, Regieleki went in. He's been trying to hold it down. Oh, they scored 60 points in. It is what it is. Back at the top here. Latios gaining massive damage on Regice here. That's the secure. Ay, this Latios is a menace. That's a lot of damage. It's adding up. They're gonna have to be very careful here. Latios holding it down its own, just waiting for stacks. About 30 seconds remains until Kyogre, the ogre, the blue buff extravaganza. It's just time to be patient. Wearing it down. Gotta be patient. Both teams are just waiting to prepare. Updating the Reggie score at the bottom here. All right. Let's check out the bottom here. And it's time for time for Kyogre. All right. Oh my God, Psyduck! No! You can't be up there. That guy has 6 meteors. Uh-oh. Well, oh no, oh my goodness. Good eject. You're about to take major damage. You still might have to base back though. Latios might have to start the objective here, but no, he wants blood on these attackers. Gonna get major damage against the Miraidon. He's gonna have to back up. There's the Venusaur Unite. Serena's looking to engage, but it's gonna get ulted by Slowbro, waiting in the bush. Meowth's going in the top. That's right. The score is 254 to 247. Fiber Breeze still in the lead though. Not by much, but I don't think they know that. Latios, we're gonna need you now more than ever. Just like that, down goes Slowbro, down goes their massive main front line. With the security, it's gonna go to, no! Solar Beam's too early! Draco Meteor security, it all falls apart, no! 5 RP with the secure, and now it's time to score. That's a 100. Right up there. I wouldn't stay there if I were you. Aye. Another 100 burger. That's 200. Down goes Slowbro. Hyper combo finish on Miraidon. That's 72. That's 100. That's 20. Yep. Game over. 5 RB taking game number 2. What a game 2. What a game 2. All right. Honestly. Guys, let's be real for a second. DLG might have to ban Latios. They might have to do it. They might have to do it. Latios isn't too much to write home about in the beginning, but mid to late, those meteors hurt. That front line does not want to stand there. Psyduck got eviscerated. They needed him. Slowbro got eviscerated. They needed him. And they just mistimed the secure on on Kyogre. Latios saw that and it's like, give me that. Give me that. Easy secure. Light work. Final score, 754 to 247. 5 RB, 5 for Laboom's taking game number 2. They're on match point. They just need one more to win the set. 4 games will be played no matter what. At this point, DLG can only hope for a tie for 1 point for the week. MVP is going to go to Kiro. 150 points scored. 6 KOs, 3 assists, and a Kyogre secure. 85 overall rating. Checking out the damage here, and yep, 88k, good stuff. But hey, let's not forget that Venusaur slash, he was putting the hurt on those fools. Soul Beam, Sludge Bomb, Solar Beam, Solar Beam. They didn't want to stand there. Good stuff to both teams. Let's move on here to this game number 3. Now, I will say, DLG did a wonderful job of returning fire with the range attackers. That was just what they needed. They just missed the secure there, and some members of the front line for DLG didn't respect Latios' actual damage at the end game enough. So just a little more little more adjustments, and perhaps DLG can fight for this tie. We're going to take another small break to get everything set up for you guys. Stay tuned. All right, we're back for game number 3. Very important game for DLG especially. They're at threat of losing out this match or tying outright. They just have to make some minor adjustments. They played that second game very well. They just missed out on the secure. This is a very competitive set. You love to see it. And I like the 4 games format. You just play 4 games no matter what. It's very beneficial for each teams. Getting a lot of practice in. Getting to see how draft plays out, even especially in the long run. And just getting more reps in. You love to see it. All right. The bans have been set. Latios is banned. I believe that just has to be the case the first time. But they are very willing to give up Blastoise for it. Now, Blastoise, right now, best defender in the business. At least right now, as I said. But he can be brought down. He can be dealt with. One tool is to use an Umbreon to look it into play so it can't do what it wants with Surfs and Hydro Pumps as much. Another good choice is to use Snorlax because Block acts as a wall and Blastoise can't surf through walls. A third thing could be the Mamoswine, same effect. Rock Tomb provides a wall, but you're going to need to be very accurate with those wall placements. Checking out the chat here. Velati is goated with the sauce. He's going to get the stacks no matter what. And I'm starting to agree with him. Take it back to these picks. Blastoise is going to go to 5RB, 5 Booms. They're going to have Alcremie, Machamp, and their last 2 picks, it's going to be an attacker of some sort. Might be Decidueye. It's an excellent choice. Or it's going to be somebody else. What do we got? Mewtwo-Y, a very popular comp pick. Sarilege, also very popular and competitive. Looks like they're going to hone in on these 2. Mewtwo-Y and Sarilege. All right. This team is all about engagements. They want to pick fights as much as they can. And they got the engagers in Blastoise and Machamp. They're wonderful engagers. On the right for DLG, we're going to have Hoopas, Suicune, Mewtwo X, Mr. Mime, and Cinderace. Oh man, we're going to Mewtwo X versus Mewtwo-Y. 2 Mewtwo's in one game. I'm all about it. Mewtwo's one of my favorite characters in this game, both X and Y. They do wonderful things for the team. They are very team-oriented characters. Looking at the comps, these are both engaged comps. In a way. Yeah. So, DLG is very favoring ranged engagements. Yeah, Suicune with Whirlpool and Ice Beam. We got Mr. Mime putting up walls, ideally. Cinderace, the backline 8 presser, creating some great external coverage and engage pressure. Weaken him up. Softening him up for the team. Both comps are wonderfully balanced. I can't wait to see how this plays out. I have no idea who's going to win. Just looking at the comps head to head. But let's see if 5RB can guarantee the set win in this game right here. Let's get it on. At the bottom, Squirtle Squirt and Mewtwo X. Holding it down. Center, Sarilege the jungler. Top side is going to be Machop, soon to be the champion. Fighting against them is going to be Mewtwo-Y and... oh man, Hoopa. We're going to have Alcremie looking up for invades. Cinderace is going to be the jungler. And at the bottom is going to be Mr. Mime and Mewtwo-Y. Oh, there's a powerful bottom lane. Sorry, Mime is weak. There we go. Still a very powerful bot lane. Mr. Mime can get to 4. That's going to be great news for him. All right. They are competing over at the top, however. The jungle is here, making his presence known. Sarilege is coming back with the clap back. creating some space for his team. It's going to be a 3-on-3. But we got Mewtwo Y coming up to make it a 4-on-3. Wait, Suicune's following suit. We might see a 4-on-4. Granted, some people are going to be late to the party, but let's get started. Let's compete for this farm. Who's going to get it? Sailage is a little late here. Mewtwo X taking damage, but so is Mewtwo Y. It goes in. KO. Both Mewtwo's go down first. The balance has not been broken. The score is 0-0. Hey, there's a berry for you, so don't forget to get it. Stay healthy. Get your vitamin C's. Over to center. Center is getting a little piece of farm before heading back to its jungle. At the bottom, we're going to have Mr. Mime holding it down, getting the neutral farm way in the back. But that means this Squirtle's going to get this farm, blast it over to Mewtwo Y, and they're going to make an exchange over at bottom. Not much this Mr. Mime can do here. Back at the top, Mewtwo X holding it down, waiting for its level 5 to choose its engagements. That's when it's going to pop up. That's going to be a major power spike for this team. Towards the bottom, Cinderace is here. Hey, get away from my pad. I don't like you being here, but Cinderace is in major damage here. Mewtwo Y almost getting it. He got the berry. It's going to have to back up now. Can no longer fight. Regidrago's going to fall towards Sailage of 5 Rillaboons. Mewtwo X is back in effect. Time to eat, buddy. Time to eat. Get those crits. All right. It is a recover. Side Strike Mewtwo X. All right. More farmers being competed for. 720s is done and over with. Mewtwo Y goes down once again to the superior A-Presser, perhaps. Cinderace is level 9. Blastoise is now Blastoise himself, level 7. DLG's taking firm control at bottom Regieleki. Time to get this ripped. This is a Pyro Bowl. Cinderace getting out-secured by Blastoise. That was not in the script. They're going to have to rip this early. At Mr. Mime's expense. That is major damage you don't want to take from the Regieleki there. Suicune's going to go down because of it. Cinderace is going to ult, but to no avail. This is an execute style move there and way too much health. 5 Rillaboons holding it down, breaking the bottom pad. That's a 30. Wait, do they want to do that yet? Not quite. They want to get some stacks in for the Sailage. I'm about it. They want level 9 first. They don't want to give up any farm. They want to hold all the farm hostage. I agree with the sentiment. Mr. Mime is level 6, nowhere near enough. Suicune is level 7. And as they can't compete with farm yet, they don't have the levels. Because 5RP is just not going to give it to him. Down goes Mr. Mime. Let's check out the top. Mewtwo X was competing against him, a champ for a farm. Just barely going to tick into level 8 here. The champ with an ult and is ready. Please give him an excuse. Machamp ult imminent. Let's see who's going to time it. Machamp was a little too late, but he got massive damage. Suplex City, Mewtwo Y with the ult, execute for the Sailage, good stuff. Pushing in. Suplex. You're done, son. An excellent overcap. Now DLG may get their farm. They have been given permission from 5RB. All right. 5RB holding it strong. Doing a wonderful job this game. All right. Well, DLG has both their pads broken. That means they're going to have all the farm available mostly on their side. Meaning 5RB is going to have to compete for it time and time again, but they are equipped to do so with the levels. This is going to be a bit of a split push here. Mewtwo Y and Blastoise is going to do the fight here. I believe Mewtwo X ulted for Vision. They're going to do this fight. They have the go-ahead. Ults are flying down. They can absolutely win and take this fight. Sailage with an ult. Not going to do too much. There's a Hydro Typhoon. That's going to do a lot. Oh, Cinderace ulting a little, basing back a little too late and in the middle of the open. Triple KO is going to fall to Sailage with Machamp falling, get the last 2 kills. That is a team-wide ace. Cinderace has respawned. He's going to head towards the bottom here. Reggie Leckie's walked in. That's a suplex. Down it goes. That is a Machamp ult. And another suplex, perhaps. Yep, there it is. Oh, no. 5 Rillaboons has got the win condition online. The alternate win condition. For the next Regieleki, if timed correctly, will walk in towards their home base. Meaning, the Kyogre fight is optional. More farm for 5 Rillaboons. They're getting all the farm everywhere. Machamp, level 13, that above 3 minutes. Sarilege, 14. Mewtwo Y gonna follow suit. There's the Mewtwo X ult. They got more vision. There's only 2 people up here. Cinderace almost trying to secure it with the ult, but he missed. And he goes down. His team didn't follow suit. That is interesting. Mr. Mime getting caught. Yep, this is a level 14 Sarilege. He just has the raw power to deal with him, even on the tier 2. More scores going down. No one's gonna stop this one. Down goes top pad. They only got 1 pad left. Score is 49-33. This is not a good position to be in. Kyogre's looking Groudon is looking more and more optional as an objective at the final. 4 seconds. Oh no. Regieleki is here. The LG doesn't really have much of a choice but to kind of just play some defense right now. What's going to be the decision? We're going to leave Suicune there for vision, though they're going to fight for Groudon. I think they should fight for Groudon. Or they just have to pick something decisively. Or they want to deal with Regieleki. It looks like Cinderace is going to do that. He has about 10 seconds to do so. But that just means 5RB is going to win the team fight here in the center. Mewtwo-X going for a back cap. He is stacking, he's trying to get some stacks in. The last one is going to peel back for vision and take a look at him. Sees Hoopa, sees Mewtwo-X. They're tapping it, but they're not committing to it. Regieleki has fizzled. The balance is about to be broken. The team fight's about to happen. Everyone has their ults ready. Cinderace is getting good entry damage on Blastoise, making it back up. Mewtwo-X is going to have to walk in. Well, ball is in DLG's court. They have to make a move. They're behind by a lot, to say the least. They're going to go for a back cap to force the rip. Maybe Cinderace can try to steal the objective secure. They force the fight here. Down goes Hoopa. You don't want to lose that. He's a very important engage, especially with ult. Now, DLG's getting pushed back. Ults are flying here. Mr. Mime has ulted in his visit. There's no follow-up. Cinderace is too weak to follow up. He's going to have to back up. Yeah, 5RB doesn't even need to touch this objective. They don't need it at all. They're going to keep that objective. They're going to keep Groudon hostage. That's a big boy to keep hostage. Hoopa's moving around. He's going to try to ult in his team with Suplex City. You're too late. I believe it is too late for DLG here. 5RB just has too much stage control. There's the Mewtwo-X ult for vision's sake. Now they're going to move in. Here's all the ults. Machamp says, none of that. Stop it. Come here, cross chop. Hiya! Yep, that is all she wrote. This game is over with and done. There's no time to score. You got 10 seconds on Hydro Typhoon as a calling card. Yep. 5RB, excellent show. They have won game number 3. Oh, yeah. From the moment they decided to not break that bottom pad or top pad right away, it was just been a slow burn. 665 points scored, 143 for DLG. MVP is going to be RBK once again. 14 KOs, count on 1-4, 9 assists, 90 overall rating, 266 points scored. DLG with only 3 kills among them total. That's just not enough. The game showed. And the damage. RBK with the damage. Performing very well, 85k. Well, we're moving on to game 4. DLG has to take the L, unfortunately, but they also have to play out this game. Let's use this game as a learning experience. Let's use it to experiment a bit. Just because 5RB won the set doesn't mean they can't get their asses kicked in game 4. But we're going to have to stay tuned and find out. Hold tight. Back again, once again. Heading on to game number 4 of Season 12, Week 2. Fire B has guaranteed the W, but they got to play this last game out. Let's see if they go out in style, get these bands ready. DLG, I still expect a good performance of them no matter what. Let's see if they go out like champions, win or lose. I want to see 110%. We're having some people understanding the intricacies of Swiss in chat. You'll love to see it. Looking back at these bands, Latios, Psyduck, Sirfetch, Umbreon, Charwaya, and Meowth. Blastoise is back in fact. I would like to see some counterplay against Blastoise this time around. I'm going to have DLG taking some picks away from 5RB. They're going to take away some all-arounders. Going to take away Machamp and Ceruledge. IRP is going to have... Wait, I know better. That's a rollout Wigglytuff. You can't fool me, son. That's rollout. No, I'm not being tricked this time. That's rollout. I know it. Press 1 if you think so. All right. Wigglytuff, rollout. With Latina. It's probably going to be Dragon Pulse. Back on DLG is going to be Miraidon and Vaporeon. This is a cool-looking team DLG's got so far. 5RB has plenty of Mons in their Mom pool. It is pretty deep. That's who they end up with, attacker and all arounder. It's probably going to be, Mega Gary and a Chandelure. Last pick is going to be the Eggman, Blissey. Don't know if it's a boy or girl. There's probably, you can probably tell by that render. One of you nerds can tell me the difference between a girl Chansey and a boy Chansey, or a Wigglytuff. Unless they're always female, I don't know. So many intricacies. That's the cool thing about Pokemon, all the intricacies. All right. Final preparations are in order. 15 more seconds. I was just checking my different chats to make sure everything was in order. All the rules are being followed. We pray for no crashes. Hey, wait a minute. That Mega Gyarados is running a hard hat and a focus band. Rocky helmet and focus band. Word. I bet. Bet. All right, so 5RB is just engage the experience. And it's going to be pretty mean when that Mega Gyarados is going to ult in unimpeded underground. That is going to be a treat. But DLG's got some heavy hitters of their own. They got Ceruledge with Champ and Miraidon. Let's see what they can come up with. Moving on to game 1. Yeah, wait. Saxton, yeah. Yep, it's going to be roll out. I believe, I agree. It's going to be roll out. Can't wait to see it. All right, bottom, Squirtle Squirt. Where is it going? With Latina at the bottom. The Possessed Candle is the jungler. At the top is Big Fish. Just a fish, getting all the farm, getting its meter ASAP, I agree. Wiggly, Jigglypuff, fight against Machop and Chansey. Jungler over for DLG is going to be Ceruledge. And at the bottom, Vaporeon and Miraidon. Check out top side. All right, this Magikarp's about halfway done with his meter. On good pacing. Get that meter. That's all that matters right now. Get that meter. The levels will fodle. He's about 75% of the way there. Before 850. Oh, massive damage with the Ceruledge, but it is in trouble. Magikarp can't quite get that KO. But Latios is here. Massive damage. Dragon Breath. Dragon up. Chansey evolved. There's a Gyarados, and down goes the egg. Well, 5RB is established already. They're just getting some farm here. Over at the center, they're giving even more farm. Latios is getting last hits to complete its stacks. War Turtle is holding it down, getting all the farm. Vaporeon getting neutral point to get level 4. I respect it. Level 4 is very important right now. They're about evened up on pacing, though they're a little behind. Latios is about to reach 6 before like anybody else. It did get a KO on the enemy jungler, so that is why. At the top, Gyarados about to get some stacks in. You know it's not stacking, it's just gonna get some points. Regidrago has spawned, and it's about to disappear. That is a Sing Jiggly Wigglytuff. I have been bamboozled. All right, both teams moving towards the bottom. We're gonna leave the all-arounders at the top. With Choke versus Gyarados, that is a skewed matchup, especially with the levels. We're going to have a Charge Beam right on, just getting some bush checks, getting that Charge Beam fully established. There is the beam. Probably should have saved it for 720, but here we are. Another Charge Beam, good damage, but he ran into Sarilege. Danger! I was getting KO'd outright. Interesting choice there. Chandelure is 8 3/4. That's the Charge Beam, but there's a... Oh, Vaporeon secured it. Excellent work. Blastoise coming in, but that's getting healed off by Aqua Ring from Vaporeon. Up at the top, Gyarados is fighting a 2v1. That's pretty important. Let's go on here. Sarilege ult again, but... Oh no, the Focus Band procking in. Get some berries. You're gonna have to fight again. Oh my god, Gyarados holding it down. Every time you hurt him, he hurts you back with a rocky helmet. Yeah, must be careful. More backup from DLG. No pads are broken just yet. Score is 36-7. This is a more competitive set. Or sorry, game. Time to start ripping this Registeel. Charge Beams up in effect. Sarilege with the secure. That's a suplex. But Choke is gonna go down to a Chandelure ult. More Charge Beams. More farm has appeared. Much needed. Everyone has their ult over at 5RB outside of the Chandelure who just used it. Meanwhile, Sarilege has an ult, but it's already used it. There comes Latios ult. He wants it for cooldowns. Gonna get its stacks in. Dragon Breath. There is the ult from Gyarados, as we mentioned before. It's gonna push everyone off. Now they can take an isolated fight. There's the Sarilege with ult once again. Holding it down, gets a KO on Wigglytuff, but that's a fair trade for them. It goes down. Double KO for Chandelure. Oy, they still got a Blastoise ult too. Shandy moving down and say, hey, you don't want this buff, do you? Mind if I take it? Nah, you don't want it. I got it. Don't worry about it, big dog. I got it. I got it. Vaporeon by itself getting blown to bits. Another quick 18 points for 5RB. Surf to isolate the Vaporeon. Machamp's running in with its 4 wonderful arms. Trying to catch a body. Ignoring Blastoise. Heading straight for Regieleki. Down goes Vaporeon. There goes their front line. Blastoise, Hydro Cannon. To no avail. Machamp backing up. This Blastoise just gets to move around for free. Here is the Miraidon ult. Missing. Got the last hit that way. Has cooldown reduction. More Charge Beams are in effect. There's the Sarilege ult. Trying to get the Chandelure. There's Combo with the Blissey ult. Down goes Sarilege. There's a Charge Beam activation. Down goes Blissey. 5RB is getting put behind for the first time. Oh, the big fish Gyarados is here. Your push is dead. Chomp, 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 chomp. Goodbye. Chomp, chomp. Thanks for playing. And a 40 and a 50. Kaboom. Just when 5RB was going to be put on the back foot for that fight down there, we got a big fish with the heart out, ready to work. All right. Nature is healing. Things have stabilized. Both pads, both tier 1s are broken for DLG. That means more farmers available once again. But 5RB has map control because of it, and they're going to try to siphon away some experience. That is a level 13 Gyarados and a level 10 Miraidon. That is a mismatch. Miraidon's going to have to settle with scraps. They're going to get this Regice towards the bottom. There's going to be some scores in, some much needed points. Getting more back on the board. 130, 249 to 139. Blastoise surfing people away. He can hold it down all by himself. If there's 4 people down there, that means there's 4 people up there. They're going to get more points in. Blastoise is isolating the Ceruledge. We got an intruder here, folks. Ice him. Where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going? Don't forget your reward. 25 more seconds until Groudon, the final objective for the game. Checking out chat. Hello, Rising_J00. Welcome, dude. You're just in time for the final game for this set, but there's going to be another set right after. Stay tuned for that. All right, Blastoise trying to catch a body. Almost destroying that egg. Almost destroying Blissey. Next attempt coming in soon. Coming soon to a theater near you. Blastoise waiting in the choke. Well, they have to go in, and no matter where they go, they're going to be met with opposition. Vaporeon bit the bullet, walking into, or jumping into the Elbush. Ceruledge trying to catch a body. Blissey ulting in, giving it shields, but Wigglytuff can do the same. A Champ ulting, it fizzles out. There comes more chomps, some Gyarados, and it's ulted in. Chomp, 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 chomp. You didn't forget about this Megamon, did you? Oh boy. The Champ going down. Goodbye. And now, do we hold this objective hostage, or do we just keep fighting? I think they're going to hold it hostage. Ceruledge is free to rip. Ceruledge, come on, dog. Well, this is DLG's chance. Ceruledge has made a blunder, but I don't think it's actually going to matter too much. Wigglytuff is walking away. Do you go off the Wigglytuff, or do you keep ripping this objective? Well, it doesn't matter too much. Time is about up. No moves have been made. Down goes Ceruledge again. Next is Machamp. And it's Vaporeon. 1, 2, 3, ABC, follow me. 10 seconds remain. Game's over in 5. And that's all she wrote. Another convincing showing from 5RB, 5 Rillaboons. Holding it down with a 4-0. A 40 and a handshake. Final score for this final game is 302 to 197. MVP is going to be Slugger, slugging it out with Mega Gyarados. Everyone forgot this Bun's in the game. 8 KOs, 9 assists, 90 overall MVP rating, with 78k damage done. The most in the lobby. Good stuff. All right. Normally we'd do an interview, but I got another set to get to. So once again, congratulations to 5RB. They've done well, 40-0. They have claimed 3 points for this week too. Can't wait to see him in week 3. We'll be back in a moment to set up the next set. Stay tuned. All right, we're back again. This set is going to be Dopamine versus Dream Syndicate. This is, well, we're actually in game two. I actually have to update that. Dopamine has taken game one already. Bans are already in progress. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, usual suspects getting banned off the list. This time with Chansey and Sirfetch'd. Looks like we got Moltres in effect. Love to see it. Moltres is legal. So is Zapdos. The only one not legal at the moment is Articuno. The ice flying type. The defender of all defenders, supposedly. Accompanying Moltres is going to be two more defenders. It's going to be Vaporeon and Umbreon. Two defenders slash supports That's the rules they fill. They're early scalers. They're going to be wonderful partners with this Moltres. Back over on Dopamine, they're going to have... Oh, wait, that's Miraidon, Eldegoss, Garchomp, and Mamoswine. Very balanced composition so far. For true balance, they're going to need a speedster to round them all out, but they have a solid comp right now. Last two picks is going to fall towards Dream Syndicate. They're going to land on two attackers. They're going to land on the No Angle Punish Mage and the Mewtwo Y, and the Mage from Down Under, Latios. Mr. Blue Latino himself. Got to get those stacks. Last pick is going to be Zen, and I believe that is going to be a Scyther, so they are going to round it out. One roll each. Truly a balanced composition for Dopamine. Ideally, they have an answer for any situation. All right, final preparations are about used up. We're going to have Miraidon also running a cursed item. There's two potential mages over there, so that is good stuff. Pray for no crashes coming into game 2. So there's game 2, 3, and 4. We're in for 3 more games, folks. I'm excited. Let's get it on. It's getting hot in here. Let's go. At the bottom, we're going to have Mamoswine being accompanied by Miraidon. Scyther, for right now, it's going to be the jungler. Up top is going to be Garchomp and its support in Eldegoss. They'll be going off against Moltres and the Vaporeon. Mewtwo Y is the jungler. I wholeheartedly agree with that. And at the bottom is going to be Latios and Umbreon. Who's going to get the secure here? Mamoswine getting aggressive positioning right on that attacker, right where he needs to be. And it looks like both secures is going to fall to Dream Syndicate right now. Excellent showing. Back at the top. 920 is about to happen. Xatu are about to appear. Scyther is almost done with his side of the jungle. Mewtwo Y is about finished. Got to head up to the top. Vaporeon is almost level 4. Moltres isn't too effective right now. It's a bit of a slow starter. It needs its level 5 to really get started. Contested going right there. Who's going to secure it? It is going to be Moltres. We now have a Vaporeon. Mewtwo Y is here. Pop the next attack a bit early. I believe this is Side Strike Mewtwo Y. Yep, there it is. That's the full heal early. Mewtwo Y, you got to get your Mega Meter up and running as soon as possible there. Back at the bottom. That is a mean look, but Miraidon's got it covered. And its passive is clipped and intersected with the goal pad. It is now 30% more effective in heals and shields. Temporarily, of course. Bambo with another righteous secure. There's the mean look, but we'll take that with pride. Another Ice Fang. That should be it for Umbreon. Yes, it is. But Latios is now level 5. They can now start stacking. It has chosen Draco Meteor. It's narrowly avoided the Ice Fang. There goes another Miraidon passive acted on the enemy goal pad. Now their pad is 30% less effective in heal and shields. More neutral form is being claimed back at the top. Scyther is running into that Vaporeon. Not doing too much damage yet. Regidrago has spawned, and as you know, when it first spawns in, it rotates to the bottom and then towards the top. Mewtwo Y getting good entry damage, building up its Mega Meter on the opposition. Gonna have to back up here a little bit. Doesn't want to run into that Speedster. Vaporeon about to get KO'd here. Another full here. There is the Ice Fang. Down goes Vaporeon. There's the Charge Beam. I believe that was a Focus Band procced by Umbreon here. To no avail. Scyther all over that Regidrago. He has won the space. 720 farm has spawned for both top and bottom. Let's see how bottom's doing. Yep, level 7 for the defender here. Miraidon getting more secure. Scyther's here, though. They aren't alone. It's a 3v2. It's a 3-on-3. Mammal looking for the tackle Ice Fang combo. Or this, in this case, it's level 7, so it's going to be Earthquake. But it has sacrificed itself a little too early here. Mewtwo has Mega Evolved. Those basics are gonna hurt. Latios getting the secure with the Draco Meteor on the objective. That is 2 more Eon stacks for it. Miraidon's all alone trying to get this neutral farm. He's gonna have to give up on it. He doesn't want to get swarmed. 8 points for Umbreon, 30 for perhaps Latios. He doesn't want to go in just yet. He wants to secure on the item. On the farm, I mean. He got found out. Wait, that's gonna be 30. He's gonna risk it for the biscuit. Another Ice Fang on Umbreon. Scyther's coming in and he is pissed. That's a cleanup on Latios. And then Mewtwo Y. Triple KO. It looks like Vaporeon wants some too. It's time to get the scores in. Yep. It was hard to stand on that pad. They had Miraidon debuffing it. Scyther's trying to get the break here, but he's not going to die for it. He's going to back up. Honestly, he does not need to break that pad yet. More farm has spawned right in front of him. He's all over it. I can kind of see how Dopamine 1 Game 1 Zen is putting on a show. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. That is more Eon stacks for Latios. That is a Mewtwo Y ult. That is a Meteor from Miraidon, but not all of it. So he's going to have his ult charge refunded partially. Scyther's still going in, but he's going in alone here. KO on Mewtwo Y, but Scyther's in danger here. He's still going. He narrowly avoided that Umbreon ult. He is out of here. Umbreon can't catch that. Mom, there goes that man. At the top, we're going to have Moltres holding it down against 4 people. He's going to have to back up here. He's already used his ult. Vaporeon is back to joining him. Holding out the pad defense, getting Ice Fang, and Moltres is getting Earthquaked. Eldegoss is ulting in for a secure on the kill there. Down goes Moltres. Latios getting wonderful stacks. He's just biding his time. Uh-oh. Garchomp can't leave that one. Neither can this Umbreon, it looks like. Down. Wait, no, he lived. More health for Mamoswine. Can he live this? No, he can't. Hey, that Latios is getting dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is at least 50 stacks and counting. Scyther's ulted once again, diving into the back line. There is the balanced composition we've talked about. We have a speedster to dive the back line and attackers. A part of his job description. Scyther about to tick into level 14 at around the 4-minute mark. He's doing a wonderful job here. Attacking these defenders with no fear. Regieleki getting secured at the bottom by Garchomp. This fight is still happening up top, but this pad's at 4. Do we let this pad go, or do we defend bottom? Latios is all over it by himself, at least for now. Scyther. Oh, what's Scyther up to? This Latios is all alone. That means we attack. 2, 3, 4. Yep, still only has about 50 on. Regieleki walks in. His defender came in a bit late, but at least Latios gets some Eon stacks. Keep that defender alive. He needs to stack. One, 2, 3, 4. About to take out the 75 Eon stacks very soon. I feel it. Eldegoss finally getting a massive overcap of 36 points. Score is 267 to 83. We're about to tick into the ground on fight. Under 50 seconds remain. Eldegoss getting more farm. Almost everyone on Dopamine has their ults, barring the Mamoswine. Mamoswine has been doing a good job of pulling the aggro and attention of Dream Syndicate. All right. Oh, that's 5 meters. That is at least 75 stacks. He is bush trekking with aggressiveness. Is that 6? He got all his stacks. He's complete. Now it's just more damage. All right. Time to fight. Garchomp coming in from the top side. Trying to hone in on whoever he can. He has vision there. There is the Thunder from Miraidon getting some entry damage, forcing him a move out of... Uh-oh. They're trying to deal with Umbreon here. He's walked into the Lion's Den. He's going to have to X-Speed out of there. Dopamine getting plenty of map control here. Keeping Dream Syndicate out. They need a good engage, but like their team just doesn't quite have it. They're pretty much waiting for someone to make a mistake here. They're really waiting for a good engage from Draco Meteor. Uh-oh, there it is. The balance has been broken. Two are already gone. It's both defenders. That's not good. Mewtwo White's gonna have to back off. Oh, down goes Scyther here. Those Draco Meteors are coming in hot. But down goes Moltres. It's just two attackers. Can they do it? Yes, they can. But the objective has been secured. This mammal has caught a prize. He has caught... Oh, he's gonna eject to the wall. He's gonna live, but yep, time is up, more or less. They realize they're not in a winning position, and rather than play this out, they're gonna save their stamina for game number 3. Convincing win from Dopamine, 267 to 83. Good stuff here. MVP is gonna absolutely be Zen the Scyther. Don't be fooled by the icon. It wasn't Scizor, he was in fact Scyther. 6 KOs and 1 assist, 84 overall rating. Good stuff there. He always found his way to maneuver into the back line. He just had the mobility to do so. He saved his moves. He waited for the cooldowns of the defenders, and that's when he made his move. Of course, that wouldn't have happened if Miraidon wasn't there with constant entry damage. Same thing with Mammal with the engage. Good stuff. Very balanced composition, and it pulled through. They barely needed this Garchomp's help. We're just going to ignore that and move on to better things. We're heading on to Game 3. All right, hold tight. We're going to get that set up for you. All right, we are back on to game 3. Dopamine is up 2. They need one more to win the point for the week, the 3 points for the week.
Oh yeah, let's go, let's go. Who is up right now?
Looks like we got Shri here. We got my co-caster here. What's up, man?
Co-caster. First time ever in Articuno League.
Yep. Welcome. We got an exciting set so far. And what are you most excited for? What do you want to see out of this set?
I just want to see how, in the admin view, you get to see what the players are really, thinking about when it comes to, rotation and stuff. I want to see how the pros do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a good place to start to get some practice in, get some knowledge checks. This is the hot zone.
Exactly. See, your stream doesn't even seem to be up. It's still stuck on a "we'll be right back."
Oh, that is due to the delay. You can watch in the streaming in the VC here on Discord, so you can just watch. You can watch it that way.
I see. Yeah, Artica. I'm surprised they let Zapdos through. Actually, surprised.
I'm not too surprised. Zapdos is a powerful mon, very strong in the early game,
Definitely
but
counterable.
Yeah,
definitely counterable late game.
Absolutely. What I'm actually surprised about is they let Charizard Y through.
Charizard Y, no, that's a different story.
They let that animal out of his jail cell.
That is a real beast when it comes to Unite. That is a real beast.
Yep, absolutely. And it's going to be accompanied by a Hoopa and a Vaporeon. Let's see the responses from Dopamine.
Interesting Hoopa pick. Definitely think it'll work out good.
Well, Serena is a good choice.
Serena,
it does have the
underrated.
Yep, it has
underrated pick.
Has the bound property to deal with the Charizard ulting. Hopefully, it's good, but it's not good like a slow bro, where the entire team can damage it while it happens.
Even Mimikyu just to rip that thing down. But they got Vapor, but they got Leafeon.
Yep, hopefully he has the burst damage to deal with it. Well, I trust that Dopamine knows what it's doing. It's leading the set 2-0. So
hey, it's working. Whatever they're doing, it's working for them.
Absolutely.
I do think Zarina Blissey is a very good combo that they're using out here.
Yeah, they might just try to live through the Charizard Y ult.
Yeah, probably. Might even catch it before that. That's also a very good strat with the crossbow engage.
True enough.
Crossbow engage, then the Zarina ult. That could also be something they're trying to look at. We will see.
One other thing Dopamine's going to have to look out for, there is a Miraidon they're going up against, and they're going to be outranged. Zapdos is more of a mid-range attacker, and Miraidon just flat out outranges it. So
yeah, super long range, especially with Charge Beam.
Absolutely. Taking a second to check out chat here. We got a first-time chatter, and Poplots, what's up, dude? Or dudette? Interesting gif. I like it. I like it. All right, let's get started here. Cross will be heading down to the bottom with its lane partner in Zapdos. Leafeon.
In the top pack. Leafeon in jungle, and in the top pack we got Serena and Blissey.
They're going to be going up against... Uh-oh, we got an invader here in Hoopa.
Hoopa invade.
Hoopa invade. Got to slow down his Leafeon. But more on that later. We're going to have... Oh, Bustle holding it out top, and at the bottom we're going to have Miraidon and Vaporeon. But let's keep an eye on this Hoopa here.
And Hoopa getting caught out. Yep. That Leafeon level 4 gank too. He might just go in level 4 gank after the kill.
Yep. Oh,
there. Looks like it. Buzzle's all alone.
Yep, Buzzle
he's holding it down. He is holding it down, though, surprisingly well.
Backup has arrived in Charmeleon.
Oh, what a steal from the Blissey, getting their safe on level 4.
All right, it's 9 minutes, 10 seconds left till the 850 farm spawns in. Let's see what they compete with. It is a 3-on-3.
And Leafeon and Buzzle competing for all the farm.
Oh, that farm ended quickly. There is
Really fast.
really quick. Leafeon has.
Leafeon jumping.
Ooh.
Jumping that Charmeleon. Charmeleon really low. Getting a bit low there.
Yeah, Charmeleon needs to become a Charizard ASAP.
He really needs that level 9 too for that Mega, being able to 1v1 almost anybody.
Speaking of
Leafeon going
1v1s.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, Leafeon on the invade. Coming out here from Zen.
Finishing it off.
Absolute monstrosity. Zen going for another kill, maybe. Probably another kill. Yup. There it goes.
This is Leafeon's jungle now.
Dopamine Maddie getting another kill down there. Crustle finishing off the rest of the jungle.
Yep.
It's like Charmeleon just gave up. I think he's going top.
Yeah, it doesn't really have much of a choice.
They're going to have that Buzzle surrounded. That Buzzle. Absolutely. But he lives. Buzzle lives.
Looks like things are going to stabilize a bit on top. Let's check out what's happening down at the bottom.
Bottom 3v2 down there. See if this Leafeon comes and helps eventually.
There is that Charge Beam outraise as we discussed earlier. That's going to be a problem here for that Zapdos.
And Zapdos not even being able to hit the Miraidon because of just the range of Miraidon being so good. Yep.
All right, more damage. 720 has arrived. Leafeon has taken down Charmeleon once again.
Oh, but Mirai getting 3 of them. Oh my goodness.
All right, that just leaves Regidrago all alone. Wait, no. There's intruders here.
Oh, invading from Dream Syndicate. Oh, but huge invade from the Crustle. See what happens.
Yep, Regidrago's going to fall towards Miraidon. He can use the scoring speed. He can probably score this right now.
24 points. I mean...
Oh, but Leafeon is right there. He's going to have to be careful.
He's waiting for the team. Smart decision right there. Charizard being only level 7. Not really having a ult yet.
Yep, he is behind. Yeah, Leafeon has ult at level 8. And speaking of ult, there it is.
The Hoopa. Oh my goodness. But Dream Syndicate just focusing on that objective, one teammate down, one objective taken. Fair trade in my books.
All right, Regidrago is going to walk towards Zapdos. It's going to be dealt with very swiftly. Zapdos finally has Zap Cannon unlocked. Going to be able to do some more damage. More Charge Beam, more problems. Down goes Zapdos.
That's the outrange. The Mirai outranging them. Miraidon has ult if Leafeon comes down and he has ult to contest it. But Leafeon looking for the flank. Does he get it? Oh, nice eject by that Miraidon.
Miraidon in danger. He's gonna have to ult to try to save his skin, but it's too late.
Too little, too late for that Miraidon. He is done for.
Time for some Leafeon stacks and getting the ult charge too. He basically has his ult back.
Yeah, basically, it's literally coming back.
Yep, there it is.
Yep, yeah. Just 5 stacks and it's over.
And it's broken. Charizard.
Now that Charizard might be the next one to get ganked with that Leafeon ult.
All right, they're choosing not to break the bottom pad. They kind of want to squeeze him out of some experience. I definitely agree with that. That's how you're up 2-0 in a set with decisions like that.
Leafeon ulting top for 1 kill. And that is that double kill? Yup, that is another kill on the side of Dopamine. Now Zapdos joining another party. It is a 4 versus 1 ulting the pad. And yes, they get the scores.
Yep, a pad broken up top.
187 to 82 in Dopamine's favor.
Now, DS has permission from Dopamine to start farming again. Oy.
Could be a nice catch-up XP though, since Dopamine doesn't have any of their catch-up farm. Meanwhile,
Deja Vu here and ult into a KO.
Both of them. Now Dream Syndicate has both of the catch-up XP. So this could be a very turnaround game if DS doesn't break any pads. Charizard Y getting its first ult, but instantly Zarina ult picking it back. That drop kick Zarina. It knows what's
Oh no, Zarina drop kicking Charizard Y. Oh my god, double kill!
The Leafeon comes up top. Absolutely demolished. Oh my goodness.
So it looked like Serena was able
But
to.
Miraidon can't stop it for too long. Can't stop it for that long.
Yeah, it looks like Serena was able to muscle through the Charizard Wild like we
Oh, but
predicted.
the Crustle at 330.
You'll be able to get that back. You kind of
Yeah,
the ult
getting
will
back.
fizzle here. Gonna have to really farm that back ASAP.
Definitely. Especially since they're taking all the farm on their side. But it should get it back eventually. It's gonna get it back. Leafeon looking for
Zap
the
cannon
secure.
secure.
Ultra coming in for
Thunderbolt secure.
Zap cannon.
Zapdos has
Coming in.
ulted, but it is whiffed, but it is
Ulted.
a-okay. That is another Zap cannon right there.
Big damage on the side of Dopamine. Big heavy, like, you know, like it's like separation, you know. You got separation and burst with Zarina, and then you got Leafeon and Zapdos. Zarina separates the team, and then Zarina and Leafeon and Zapdos just come in and break everything down.
All right.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. Gonna have Miraidon here, trying to scope out whatever experience it can. He's gonna do a little bit of bush checking. That Baltoy's about to disappear in about a few seconds. It's about to be 2:30 here.
It's just gone. 30 seconds left till Groudon.
Well, at least Charizard has its levels. It has reached 13. That is the bare minimum requirement as the juggler. Moving into the 2-minute mark, we're gonna reach Groudon. Positioning is about to be made. Dopamine's already all over that. They have control over top, bottom, and the center side.
Yep. It is really going well. For Dopamine, at least right now.
Interesting positioning this,
But
this
that
Buzzwole
catch-up
had.
XP. But that catch-up XP, as we can see for Dream Syndicate, having their carries at 13 and 12. Meanwhile, Dopamine having their carries at 11 and 13. 11, 13, and 14. Could be the difference maker, that catch-up farm, because of the pads.
We're gonna have to wait and see. There is the block off from the Rock Tomb. Nothing yet. No one's panicked. The bounce
Playing
not broken.
cautiously. Dream Syndicate playing very cautiously. Buzzwole looking for the Leafeon, but Leafeon stays hidden.
Oh, Miraidon's gonna have to start poking at this Groudon, but Buzzwole's taking a little bit extra damage from that.
Buzzwole!
Whiffed its
Buzzwole
move.
Misses the move, but it's recovering. It recovered. It's going down. It goes down. That Buzzwole. is done.
Oh no, there's the Leafeon. Oh, but he goes
There's
down, but so does Vaporeon. It is a 3-on-3.
Zap Cannon taking it out. Oh, the Blissey ult to save the Crustle, but it's not enough.
Not enough.
Good attack though by Dopamine.
And it's now or never for Dream Syndicate. Zapdos is gonna have to clutch up. A little too early. Oh, he almost got it.
Oh, Miraidon getting the secure.
Time to score. They can't afford to let this bottom pad go.
And yeah, they're still winning. Dopamine still has a shot. They still have a shot.
Serena's gonna go for a back cap here. This is gonna be a tough fight to win, but they have the tools to win it. Miraidon as an attacker has the Groudon buff, and that is very powerful.
Oh, Crustle bringing that Buzzwole.
Leafeon at the back here, trying to defer some pressure. Almost had him.
Oh, Leafeon, oh my god, that guy's 1 HP. Leafeon almost had that buff.
Yep, they really needed Serena here.
Like, oh,
And-
wait, nope. No, looks like
And
it's
that's
over
it. The
for
balance
Dopamine.
has been broken.
Dream Syndicate officially in the lead, and looks like they will take it home.
We got Dream Syndicate on the board. I got things to
Dream
update.
Syndicate. 2-1 now.
2-1. All right, final score here. We're gonna have 316 to 418. Dream Syndicate on the board. Taking a look at these stats. Oh boy, any standout stats you see here, Sri?
Oh, no, not really. It looks pretty average, except the 2-3 Zapdos.
Yeah,
Don't think it had a little bit of issues with the Buzzwole. I do think that it got a little caught out.
I think
But
mainly.
other than that, I think it was good.
Yeah.
But like it's a Miraidon, especially that Miraidon outranging it. Just
Yeah, pretty much hindering
150
its
body,
performance.
yeah.
Taking a look at
Yeah,
the
but I
battle
see the
data.
battle data. But
Uh-huh.
it did its job, 50k damage. It did its job, second most damage on the team.
Yep. Being led by 82,000 by the Leafeon, but hey, Dream Syndicate
But
84K.
84k from Perfect Cell, out damaging everyone else in the lobby.
Yep, good stuff. So Dopamine was pretty much handling the Charizard well enough in the early and mid game because they just had the level lead, but like
They, and then Leafeon was able to just outscale him, but
at the end where like just
and
Charizard just out
they lost
actually
to
finally
people,
outscales him, then like it kind of fell apart. It
definitely.
fell apart. Wow. That is an interesting development. That was game 3. We're gonna head to game 4. The best Dream Syndicate can hope for is a tie. Dopamine's still on set point. Let's move on to game 4. We'll be right back as I set everything up. Stay tuned. All right, we are back, heading into game 4 of Swiss. This is going to be the last game of this set. Dopamine's at match point. Dream Syndicate trying to fight for the tie. We'll take what we can get. Bans are in progress. As we discussed last game, because Dopamine let Charizard Y through, they had to kind of counter it during the game. They were doing that for a bit. They were outpacing it. They're outscaling it. They're focusing it whenever possible. But eventually when Charizard Y got its levels, it was a whole nother story. Bans back to what everyone expects. Charizard Y banned, Blastoise Psyduck banned, Mamo and Moltres banned as well, along with Sirfetch'd. That means the champ can run free. And run it will. Following that, we're going to have a Crustle and we're going to have a Suicune. They will be controlling the mid-range beautifully. What is going to be the response for that? Range pretty much deals with mages like that. There's one right there. There's going to be Zapdos and the Comfey. Next picks falling to Dream Syndicate. They're going to hone in on an all-arounder and a speedster. They're going to take away the Leafeon pick, and they're going to all go on Delmise. Looking at those first 3 picks for Dream Syndicate, they are gearing up for anti-engagement. Last 2 picks is going to be Lapras and Zoroark. The Comfey Zoro combo. The ranked classic. How well? Well, that Zoro's probably going to have a tough time. His only real target is either the Leafeon, the other speedster, or going to be the Delphox. But those 2 are going to be very well covered by Crustle, Suicune, and Delmise. A key player in all of this is going to be that Zapdos. How well can he stun the other team? All right. Games are about to begin. Let's get active. We pray for no crashes once again for you and me and the trainers playing this match. That would suck for everyone. Checking out the chat once again. We got Lucario Simp. What's up, dude? Welcome to the game. This is game 4, man. You're in for a show. All right, up at the top, we're going to have a Chomp and Comfey. Zoroark will be the jungler, probably going to gank the top lane. At the bottom, we're going to have Zapdos and a Lapras. That's a strong bottom lane. Much stronger than the Fennekin and Crustle. Leafeon will be the jungler, and over at the top, we're going to have Delmise and Suicune.
Helping out in the jungle, having Machamp solo lane against the Delmise and the Suicune. Very interesting choice, but I love it.
Agreed.
I love the idea.
Leafeon should be about finished with its jungle clear, but so should Zoroark. Both junglers should be reconvening up top. Right, Zorak going in, trying to get a combo started. Whiffed a bit. Getting ready for the 850 Beast to compete. It is a 3-on-3. Whoop. There's that combo, but slash! Down goes Zoroark. And Machop and Comfey. That is a wipe up there. Balance has been broken. Dream Syndicate taking the early lead. Back towards the bottom. They got a Thunderbolt Zapdos and a Water Pulse Lapras taking down Crustle. All right. Oh, that Delphox needs to hurry up and get those levels. It's going to be needed very soon. They're going to need that Fire Spin ASAP. They got to keep that Zapdos in check. They don't have the range for it right now. Zapdos getting ready to get that farm away from the Delphox. It is past 8. Dracu is available. Leafeon has eyes on it. But Suicune has eyes on Zoroark. Leafeon with the ult. Next on the chopping block is a notably Comfey. All right. It's going to be a split push. 3 of Dream Syndicate at the bottom. 2 of Dopamine as well at the bottom. Leafeon is all over that Zapdos, keeping it in check. Zoroark is here. Leafeon's gonna have to eject to get away from it to make Zoroark whiff that combo. There is the X-Scissor. The combo has been delayed, giving enough time for Leafeon to re-engage. There's that Fire Spin. Dream Syndicate coming alive. Yep. Zap. I see you. Zap away. Bubble Beam on the Delphox here. Lapras is at 1 HP, but beware of the rock. There's the Fire Spin KO on Lapras. But someone's in the back. Uh-oh. There's an imposter. Spy around here. Down goes Crustle. That is a secure on Regirock. There's a suplex flash combination. Zap on the Suicune. Zoroark is going back in, taking out the Delphox. Leafeon taking care of Zoroark, and then Leafeon. Zapdos is like, hey, I'm going to score here real quick. Is that cool? Not interested in scoring. Interesting. Rather play its life, I understand. There's farm afoot. Leafeon's potentially behind there. He doesn't quite know that. Regieleki walking towards the top, but getting walled out by Lapras and Machoke. Zapdos holding down at the bottom all by himself, but he literally can't do that. He's gonna have to back up. Huge Zap Cannon. Zoroark is tied up and can't help. Dream Syndicate doing some intense math here. Zoroark is here, but there comes the ults. Hey, slow your roll, sonny boy. We're scoring here. Now, honestly, I don't think they should have broken that pad just yet. They gotta try to keep the level lead. They already have a pad broken up top. Now all the farm is gonna fall towards Dopamine over here. Oh man, Dopamine with a huge hook. Lapras is gonna have to back up. But Champ, not quite, can't line up the ult just yet. Doesn't have the team with him. But towards the bottom, score's gonna go in. That is 19 points. Zapdos doesn't want to break bottom pad either. Zoroark is lying in wait. It's fouled. It's about to catch a body. KO. Zoroark waiting for the moves to refresh. Looking at that Leafeon, who's being a little too uppity. There's the KO. Back towards the bottom. Huge Zapdos ult. Massive ult cannon and Thunderbolts. Crustle has now ulted. Taking down Lapras. But Champ is ulting a heavily shielded Crustle. Going down for that one. All right. Dream Syndicate holding it down. They're getting good levels. They're getting KOs here. But so is that Zoroark. It's catching up in levels to that Leafeon. That is the secure on Registeel. Regieleki is walking down at the top. Let's follow this for a second. Zoroark is waiting for an uninvited guest to try to stop this. He's seen enough. The defender's there. He wants nothing to do with it. Zoroark, level 15. Got vision on Dhelmise. Wants nothing to do with that either. Backing up. Kofi baiting out an option. Kofi's going to reattach and have moves be used. It is 320. Scores 168 to 199. This is an even game. Zapdos ulting once again. Gonna back off though. Towards the top here. Uh-oh. Massive damage. The hook shot is getting Lapras. They're gonna have to settle with this one. There's another Ixilzer towards the wall. Lapras is able to back up. Zoroark waiting to punish somebody, but they don't bite. They don't chase. Good discipline. Zoroark getting more farm up the top. Getting whatever farm it can get. Dhelmise is about to show up. This is a one-on-one. Zoroark with the preemptive hook shot. He actually almost got that. He read that one. Zoroark getting a KO on Dhelmise, but that is low value. That is danger because he's right next to Leafeon, giving him levels. You can't be level 14 giving another level 14 mon like experience like that. You just make him level 15, as we're seeing. That Dhelmise kill was a low value, low priority kill, and he's paying for it. Dream Syndicate getting some positioning, gearing up towards bottom. They have a bottom pad to play from. They have some advantage here. Everyone is back in effect. Everyone but Lapras has their ult. There's the fire spin. Delphox is allowed to bush check as long as it wants. Dhelmise at the top. Everyone else is towards the bottom. Zoroark doing something very sneaky here. Leafeon is doing a good job of managing the flank. That is one of the job descriptions as a speedster. Zoroark knows where it is. Leafeon's not biting just yet. There's the Machamp. Now it's time to strike. Yep. That's cleanup for Zoroark. Wait, its health is low. Oh no, it goes down. Dhelmise is not done yet. It has still something to prove. Down goes Machamp. Dream Syndicate coming back alive. Back up his here. They're gonna clean up this fight. Kofi's gonna keep Lapras alive. That's all he's got. Zoroark has an ult, but he has to hurry up. He's just spawned in. Dream Syndicate doesn't have very fast rip. They do have secure. Leafeon has ult. They are stalling, stalling, stalling. Leafeon with the ult secure. No, he doesn't need it. Dhelmise takes it. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, there's a suplex. The last suplex. And that is all she wrote. 202 to 229, 20 seconds left. It's all but over. Dream Syndicate tying it up. This set ends in a draw. Nobody wins. Each team's gonna leave with 1 point for the week. All right. Final score, 202 to 291. Check out the support here. Well, the MVP and the SCP are falling towards both the speedsters and Zen and Alex. Alex, the MVP of the game, 83 overall rating, 11 KOs and 4 assists. Strong showing here. The damage numbers are to be expected, are within parameters. One that I've overpunked just a little bit is the Zapdos, 80,000 damage dealt. Good stuff there. Couldn't quite get all the KOs it needed. That fell towards the speedster. It was a rough start for Zoroark for a bit, but he started to catch up and get his levels. But he gave some levels back at the end towards the Leafeon. Dopamine did have a wonderful engagement, especially with the Machamp ult. Made Leafeon half, and Zork was ready for the follow-up, but they just didn't have enough firepower to push through. Good showing. Let's see if we get an interview with one of these teams. Well, we can interview, I actually don't think we have time for interviews this time around. This was a draw. Well, folks, we'll end it here. Good stuff to everybody. Shout out to Shree for coming through with a co-commentary. This has been your host, GX2. I'll be signing off for the night. As you all know, we can look forward to this set. It's going to be on GX2_Unite. Everything's going to be uploaded on YouTube everywhere, Twitch everywhere. It's going to be uploaded. It's going to be for the players and anyone who wants to check out. Look forward to that. And I'll see you soon. Take care and have a good night.